talking about? This is going to be really interesting.
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
I want to say 7 or 8. No.
12.
12. 12?
Close enough.
7.
I'll trust Nick.
I'm going to keep on saying 7.
Close
9.
enough.
Plus the 2 that I was
That I was mentally thinking of.
about. So 9, yeah, of course, it would carry the 1. King. King of the men. King. Oh, come on. You're killing us.
That's Orlando Bloom, right?
No, that's that's Viggo Mortensen.
I'm so done.
That Smorg.
I just keep thinking of Smeagol.
Bard the Great. Oh.
You're really bad at this.
I feel like 3.
Yeah, there's 3.
19. It's too many.
3 times 3 times 3.
3 times 3 plus. It's the 16.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh no.
This is a disaster. One of the most memorable moments for me was this really beautiful scene that's quite late on in the movie when Tolkien goes to meet up with the mother of one of his friends who's passed, Mrs. Smith. And it was just a beautifully written scene and one that we shot kind of later on in the filming sequence, and it was very evocative of a lot of emotions for me. We went in there and normally we'd rehearse and set up and plan how to shoot a scene, but we turned to Dome and said, like, kind of, these emotions are bubbling right here under the surface, let's shoot it right now and try and capture it. And I think everyone on set that day felt like we'd done something quite special, so that was a nice feeling.
The scene that doesn't really even have any dialogue, but we are outside the opera, listening to the opera and reenacting it, and we have all these props and costumes that we were throwing on, and some of it was choreographed in a sense of like the area that we had, but then we had all these props to play with, and Dome is such an excited person all the time. He's very passionate, and it was quite late at night and it was very cold, and we just rallied through and improv'd and had such a fun time, and I think nothing that we did could be wrong. It was just fun, and that was a really fun day.
I've met some super fans.
Yeah? We're in New Zealand or here? Or?
Actually, when we were doing some press in the
WonderCon.
States, at WonderCon.
Oh, I missed that.
And it was incredible to listen to them speak, because they can speak the Elven languages and the languages that Tolkien created, but also their knowledge of his work is unfathomable, and something that I try to immerse myself as much as possible, but I can't compete with their facts.
I did speak to someone recently that by choice used to glue their ears in the shape of elven ears for a period of time.
What?
Yeah, they super glued their ears like that.
They can point.
Yeah. I remember reading them when I was quite young, and then I would get excited every time a trailer would come out for the Peter Jackson films, because I love magic and fantasy, and I'd be seeing them on the big screen, and you know, when you read something and you envision it in your head, you hope that it gets translated onto the big screen, and I just always love those so much, so to be a part of something that tells the story behind the story was really special. I
learnt the bits that are on the screen, essentially, and that was tricky enough for me. I'm not very good with language, so it's something that we had the professor at Oxford help us develop those languages and the different influences that would create them, and then I would kind of break them down phonetically and work with the dialect coach Hugh O'Shea on it and just kind of do my best.
Drawing.
Yeah, we went to the Lackner in Liverpool, and there was a Roy Lichtenstein. Is that how you pronounce it, Roy Lichtenstein?
Yeah.
Exhibit on, and we got some crayons and we copied his work, so we have.
We just sat there, it wasn't planned really, we just kind of sat there and started doodling, and then all these art students were walking around us. They were quite brilliant.
They were doing
actually,
lovely
yours
work.
was really good. But then we went to visit some of the Beatles, you know, the museum and whatnot, because as you do in Liverpool, yeah, just kind of exploring and wandering. It was really fun.
Well, it kind of goes back to, you know, that the family element of the X-Men, the really emotional core of them, and then that kind of being ripped apart by what the changes that occur to Jean Grey and how all the characters deal with that. It's exciting. Yeah, I think it'd be cool if they did blend them together. I'm not sure what their plans are, but I love playing the role, and I got to take him to a new spot in this film and try different things. So if there was a way to keep growing within that character, then that'd be something I'd be interested in. Yeah, X-Men, obviously. That's what I'm part of. It's very different, those superheroes to mutants. They kind of exist in different worlds.